Okay, today we're going to be making a mini museum out of paper. We're going to start with a two-dimensional flat piece of paper and make it into a 3D form. This is a fun project to do if you're going to make any kind of room. And you could do bedroom, you could do I've done this with an ocean scene and made a paper boat to put in the middle of it. I did one where there's a lake scene, and I did a origami little bird that sat in the middle of it. But you can use this for all kinds of things. You can make paper people and have them glued down to the floor. So you can add other stuff, or you could use stuff that you have around the house to add another dimension as far as little miniature things in here. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how to do this. So you'll need a piece of paper. You'll need scissors. You'll need some glue or tape. And you might want to have some crayons if you want to put color on this, and a marker. Okay, so I'm going to switch those out. I like this Sharpie. Okay, so this is how you make those. You're going to turn this so the paper is wide in front of you, not tall, but wide. So you're going to fold this up to the top. Okay, and there's your crease. When you open that back up, you've got a horizontal crease. Now you're going to make a vertical crease. So you take one side to the other, crease that. So you should end up with 4 equal rectangles, because this is not a square piece of paper. So you're not going to have, you're just going to have rectangles, not squares. All right, before you put this together, you actually have to draw your picture that you want on top. So I'm going to use a marker, so you'll be able to see that. And let's see. I'm going to always start with sort of a square. Okay. And I'm going to make this a frilly one. I'm not trying to make them perfect. They're kind of cartoony. And I might have a long, skinny one over here. I like to do a variety. I like to do these diagonal marks and then join them. So it actually makes them look more three-dimensional. And let's see. I'll do one over here. I am varying the sizes, as I was saying, so it adds a little bit more interest. I'm going to do one of those fancy ones like this. And then I'll just make it straight down through here. And let's do maybe some 3 going down this way, and then I'll add the frames inside there. Okay. And I'm not being as careful as I should be because I'm rushing, so you can get started on yours. All right, so I've got some frames there. I might put one of those. Remember, this is going to be the start of your floor. So that crease right there is, you only go down to there with your picture. So I'm going to add one of those little things that kind of keeps you out, like in the movies. Keeps you out of this area so they can protect the pictures. Okay. This one will overlap a little bit, so I'll have to color that one in really good. All right, so, and then don't forget this is usually like a velvet. You could add a bench over here where people sit. A lot of times people will sit to look at an artwork. Okay, so that gives you the basics. Now you can fill these in with your own drawings. I did magazine pictures in mine. I just cut out little pictures and put in there and glued them in there. But here is what you do to make that three-dimensional. And I don't do my floor because I like to see what the floor looks like together. This gets cut down the middle to where your crease goes across right here. You don't do it all the way, of course. And then these are just going to overlap, okay? And I like to kind of push those a little bit so that'll sit up nice and good. But see how that does? It just goes on top of that one. I'm going to put some glue on there. You could use tape. And you only go down a little ways, you know, because this one page is longer than the other. Okay. So, and then massage it. All right, so this I don't like right here. And that's the reason I curved this one, because it just looks like I'm missing something. So what I did, I just took my pencil and I drew a curved line that went around like this. And then I cut that. Okay, so if you round this off, you can make it whatever shape you want to. You can make it go straight across. I just thought I would still leave as much of that as I could. And then you have your little design. This needs to be colored and everything before you put this together, though, because it's really, you can do it like that, but then when it comes to your background that you've got to color, it's a little bit harder to do if you've already got it folded up. So be sure you color it while it's flat. And then after you put this together, you can decide what kind of design you want here. I just decided, I've seen a lot of tile floors in places like that. So you could do this wood, so you could do stripes going this way and just color it different browns to make it look like a wood floor. You could color the whole thing one color, like it's carpet. You could put a rug in here. There's so many different things you could do. And then, like I said, you could do little miniature things that you have. I did one. I haven't put this one together yet, but I did one that had a plant here. I also added some lights. So when I color this, the very last thing I'll do is do some yellow coming this way. I don't know if you could tell in this one, that's what I did with these lights. I just added some yellow crayon there. Also didn't have gold, so I just used a combination of brown and yellow there on those to make sort of a golden color. You might have gold in your crayons. My little box didn't have that stuff in it. So I'm always using a combination of stuff. I used the side of my crayon. I had a broken one. So I used the side of my crayon without the paper on it to do that part, and it sort of left a nice texture. I like that. Okay, so this is their little mini museum. Like I said, you could use this for mini bedrooms or a little mini scene for outside. But see what you come up with. And we'll look at these next week. Have fun.